life gives you that opportunity. So when if you don't go out and take full advantage of what you got, you're gonna leave everything behind when you're gone. This is the legacy you want to create for yourself, not for others to come, but this is for something that was gonna give you the most satisfaction. So that's how I kind of go with it. It's like,
Welcome to the first episode of the Photographer's Journey podcast. I'm Miles Massey, a local photographer in the Tampa, Florida area. On this podcast, I go out and meet with local photographers in the Florida area. We go out to their favorite location, conduct the interview. We all learn something new about a different style of photography, and the idea is to kind of shed light on the names that we all know on Instagram but may have not met in person. My first guest, I met him a few weeks back. We started talking, and his story kind of really inspired this whole podcast because of how he got into photography. He's a very talented nature photographer, a really big family man, and now he's a really good friend of mine. Please welcome Vic, or on Instagram, he's known as NV Photography. If you're on the audio version of this, those sound effects were part of a video intro on the YouTube page, which you can follow us on Instagram at the Photographer's Journey Podcast, or at, I don't know the YouTube yet. So anyways, the next audio you're going to hear is us two talking at location at Circle V Park because that's his favorite spot.
I've met some great photographers here who have come from all over the country. I've met photographers who have come from different countries here. So it's just kind of, you always share things and learn things, and every day is a learning process. So for me, from the first camera to this day, I've been learning every single day. And failures come as much as success does. And
You need the failures to learn, really.
yes, exactly. I've gone home from here where I did not have a single good shot that day, and happens less now, but yeah, it has happened, and you're like, okay, yeah, it's part of the journey.
Yes, but
It's called life. It's called fun.
even that bad image you got, you can still look at it and remember that day. It's kind of about that experience too, right?
Yeah, and another thing is I'm the worst critic of my own work, and
We all are.
so that kind of creates that, that drives the self-improvement in you. That's the continuous improvement kind of thing that you bring into your own life and try to continuously try to improve and change and get better at it.
And we talked a little bit before how you kind of got started. Can you kind of walk
Yeah,
us through
so I think my first camera that I got when I was in fifth or sixth grade, I would say, and that was a little slim pocket 110 film camera, and all it was point and shoot. And I think I used to get like 5 rolls of film a year. Dad would give it to me, and
How many would that be? Like how many shots?
24 shots in a film, so probably like 100, 110 shots a year.
Oh wow.
But that was good enough for a 10-year-old to go
Yeah,
out
I
and just
guess.
kind of look through and be cool and try to show out that he has a camera in his hand and a little click and
You're the cool kid in school.
yeah. And what it did for me was basically it taught me how to put a picture in frame. It did, it was an autofocus, everything auto setting. There was nothing to change on it. You're not doing any exposure compensation, nothing. So that was the one where you just point and shoot. So that's where I started to learn to see how things can look in a rectangle.
Yeah.
Look every through a frame and kind of. Next upgrade was when I was in, I think 8th grade or 9th grade. I got another camera, which was a 35mm film camera, and in this one, I had to focus.
So stepping right
A
up.
step up.
Yeah.
And that I played around for about a year, and then my dad handed me over the Canon. I forgot the name of it. It's on my Instagram. I posted a picture of it, and that was the one where you would actually change the aperture and everything, and that's where I played it quite a bit. Dad had a Minolta 700X SLR. That was one of the cool cameras in the 80s at the time, and
Okay.
he used to shoot wildlife and.
So that's kind of what got you into it. You're in your
Yeah,
camera
and
now.
then I started shooting, and then I think after some time I just gave up and got busy with school and education and then job, and then I picked up
So
my.
Sorry, that was around like college or?
Yeah, that was around college. So once I got to college, everything dropped off. Then later, about a couple of years down the line, I bought the XTI. It was the first crop sensor and the kit lens and everything. Did the same thing. Started shooting autofocus. And then later on, there's a gator right there. He's got a big fish. Look at that. See that?
Wow.
He's got a big fish.
You just gotta hit that lead.
Look at that big fish he's got. They're good hunters, man. They're stealth. And so with that, and then I started doing photography, and then I started doing a little bit, and then I was on and off. The camera was home collecting dust, and then it so happened that my 6 years ago, almost now, my dad passed away, and we were very close, and it was fun to be with him, and it took me about 5 years or so to kind of come out of that, and then I went to Best Buy and I picked up my 5D Mark IV and a 7200 that day, and I was driving home, and I felt him with me, and I felt like I bought this camera for him.
That's so cool.
And
He's kind of like, he's part of you when you're
yeah, and tear rolled down my eyes, and I'm driving home, and it's about a 20-minute ride from South Tampa to Land O'Lakes, and it just felt so connected. And then it just never stopped there from that point on, and I just did everything possible I could. And every time I come out, and I'm by myself generally. I mean, once in a while my son will come with me to shoot around, but I don't feel lonely because I feel I have him in spirit with me at all times, and it just keeps me going. It's just like every shot I take is like I look at it and say, okay, what would Dad say about this photo? You know, how would it be like? So it kind of he is kind of with me all the time with the camera. I'm holding the camera, so that kind of keeps me motivated and it keeps me going.
Cool, yeah.
And teaches me a lot of patience. That what you used to say, you have to have a lot of patience. And with birding, the biggest thing is you have to wait for the bird to show up and do something. We are at their mercy; they're not ours. So,
Right.
so the shots come and go.
You can't get the gator to do what you want.
Yeah, yeah. And if you wanted to do that, you would go to a circus and have a lion jump through a hoop, right?
Right.
but this is, it's very peaceful. It's very contenting, and I think you know it's an achievement in itself. I feel you have to define what achievement is for yourself, and I define contentment as achievement. You know, you can measure it in different ways, but for me, contentment is the biggest achievement. If you're content with what you're doing, you have achieved what you want to do. It's like the life gives you that opportunity, so if you don't go out and take full advantage of what you got, you know, you're going to leave everything behind when you're gone. This is the legacy you want to create for yourself, not for others to come, but this is for something that was going to give you the most satisfaction. So that's how I kind of go with it. It's like, okay, just go out there, enjoy the time, enjoy the nature, and look around. It's beautiful everywhere. I mean,
because you never know what's going to happen.
Wildlife is my passion. I just go out and do it. Don't take as much pictures of people. I'll take pictures of people when they're not looking around. If they're walking around a public place, I mean, you know, if I see a good composition there, I'll take a shot. Very few.
Right, but that's not your main thing.
No,
Have you ever tried to challenge yourself? Like, do you ever get too comfortable with nature sometimes, and then you like, maybe I should go to the city or go take pictures of food, or something that's so far out of what you would normally do?
I don't think you can ever get comfortable with nature. Nature has so many millions of different things out there. I don't think so you can master nature. I don't think so this is a race I'm going to win, but I'm going to run. It's a step-by-step process, right? You master one step, you go to the next step. And I don't know where these steps end, and I really don't have an answer for that because I think this just goes on. Because after shooting for so long now, I've started to realize what I put on my Instagram. You have to become a master, but I don't know. It's an infinite, you know, nature is infinite.
You don't like to do the burst where, you know, you might end up with 1,000 foot. You like to do just one click so you know you got the image.
That's what I have been practicing because I hate deleting pictures. And if I'm taking 500 shots in a row, 50, 60 shots in a row, I don't know, then it doesn't feel like I'm shooting. It feels like the camera is shooting for me, right? I'm just panning, I already have my setting, and I'm just clicking away. I want to time the moment where I'm in control of when I click the shutter. It is difficult. It's lightning speed sometimes, and a lot of people will disagree with me. I think people will say you lost an opportunity, but what? There's so many that are gonna come my way. It's not like I'm shooting Olympics right now, and then there's one race, and then yeah.
You know,
if I miss somebody jumping over a hurdle, I miss it. It's gone. The race is over. Nature's gonna give me plenty of opportunities. So that's one thing. Nature's forgiving about that. You know, it'll give me more. And I've had many opportunities where I've had, and I've had twice where eagles dropped the fish, and the other one caught the fish, and I missed it. The third time I caught it, it was way far up. I'll get another opportunity. I've seen it happen once. It'll happen again. The photo was taken on a gloomy day. Again, it was raining, and there were clouds, and this dead tree with the Spanish moss hanging on it. And I looked at it. I felt something about it. I took a shot, went home, and the thing was, what inspired me was the gray bark, the gray sky, with a little texture in the back, and the Spanish moss just giving it. And there's a little bird sitting on there too. If you look at there's a hangover bird. I cannot tell what bird it is, but it's one of these guys sitting over there, and it was fantastic. I mean, and when you take it into monochrome, just make it black and white, and look at it. I mean, it's every detail pops up. I think it's a marvelous photo. But again, it's my style. It's not something that everybody will like, but it's my own creativity. It's like what my vision of things. If I'm looking at some things, I'm lost in the thought, and I have something else going through my head, and I'm looking at, okay, how does this look, and do I like the look? And,
how, I know you post on Instagram a lot. How important is it to you to use Instagram for growth? Because this is just a hobby for you. So do you curate your feed specifically? Do you just post whatever? Do you strategically
so
post on
whatever.
stories?
No, I'm not a strategic. I don't think that much, to be honest with you. I'll do my work. I'll select my 5 or 10 photographs that I like, and then occasionally I'll just every day I'll take a 1 or 2 and post them out there to see what kind. And it kind of I'll see what people are liking and who's liking, and then that kind of gives me what kind of taste people have. Do what you like. What. Not everybody has to like your work. The most important thing is contentment, and that's what is your achievement, right? So go out, shoot, have fun, enjoy the wildlife, or whatever you shoot with. I mean, you shoot portraits, you enjoy that work. I mean, shoot city life, that's fun too. I've tried a little bit of that. So whatever gives you the appeal to go out and have fun, go ahead and do that. But with the digital age, keep shooting. I mean, you don't like it, delete it. Yeah, go for the next one. And you know what? Sometimes don't even delete it. Post it. See what people are like. I mean, you could be the worst critic of, like, I'm the worst critic of my own work, and I may think it's a bad shot, but you may not think so like that. I mean, because you see, when I'm looking at it, I'm looking with there's a lot of different things in my mind. But when somebody else is looking, their perspective is completely different from my perspective.
Right, and they
So
could
that
they could
give you
just
good
be
feedback,
scrolling through
yeah.
it too, and it's just like, oh, that was cool.
Yeah, and that will give you the feedback, and that's how you can improve yourself. So
You
I
know,
carry everything with me. I don't know what I'm going to change, what I'm going to do. That's one thing. And then to justify that, I say if I carry 20 pounds backpack on my back, and I'm walking 5-6 miles a day, I'm getting my exercise. So there are two benefits out of it, right?
Yeah.
I go home tired, and I go straight to bed. Have a good night's sleep. I look at my photos, enjoy them. So fitness benefits and contentment can be
have
that.
to stay in shape.
Yeah, so gotta keep that. Do it as long as you can. I mean, the day when I don't want to think about those days when you can't carry stuff. But we'll see that.
Yeah.
Until then,
Let's keep a positive outlook.
Keep rolling,
Don't
keep
worry about
clicking.
that.
Yeah, keep clicking. So,
Wait, what was it? Keep rolling, keep clicking. I think that's a good outro for this
yeah.
podcast. All right. Well, you heard it from Victor. Keep rolling, keep clicking. Thanks for being on this episode.
Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode. If you enjoyed that and want to see more work from either myself or my guest, please check the show notes below or the description on the video version. If you liked the podcast, leave a review letting me know how I did, how I can do better, and what you'd like to see more of. I'm just figuring this out as I go. It's just a great way to see new places, meet new people, and get the whole community involved. I hope you guys liked it. I'll be back next week with a new episode. Thank you for watching and listening. For that little intro opening, we're trying to find a bird to shoot. If you actually saw it if we actually get it, it's in the opening. It's not as easy as it looks. How long have we been out here?
4 hours.
Yeah, like hiking around for 4 hours.
4 hours. 3 hours.
So this podcast is not as easy as we made it look.
Let's go to that pier. We'll have open skies. It'll be a lot easier to move around.
Okay.
And you have the whole view of the sky.
The pier from where we started?
Yeah, it's just about another 200 yards from here.
Still trying to get the shot of that bird. And there was an eagle flying, so now that's even better. Well, I failed at it because I don't know this photography, so he's taking the photos now. This podcast is Circle B. Vic's introducing me to nature photography where we're just walking, a bird is eating a fish. And we just stop and God, it's really cool. Like you said, it's peaceful out here.
Yeah, very peaceful. Love it.
Yeah. So, look out for those bird photos incoming. Flying in soon. I tried it, Dad.